me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches at my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me me in my face, stay in your place, play your position, become my intuition, go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it, here comes respect, his crew's your crew, or they might be next, look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them, I mean loyalty, niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them solved. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. Live the phrase, sky's the limit.
All right, man. What is going on, guys? What is going on? We are back. We are back with yet again another edition of Notorious Unscripted, bro. Let's go ahead and hop right into the intro, man, before we go over some of these comments, man. Yes, what is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Hills podcast, man, and another edition of Notorious Unscripted. This is episode 131. If this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how this show works, every Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted after Monday Night Raw. Excuse me, every Friday we are on here live at 4 p.m. Central with the news. And for the Big Five for AEW and the Big Four for Big Five for AEW, Big Five for WWE, we are on here live directly after with the post-show review. As for Elimination Chamber, any kind of shows like that, man, if we do feel excited enough to come on here and talk about it, then we will most likely be on here talking about it with you guys, man. So, yeah, man, if you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, that is the Elimination Chamber predictions, ROH weekly TV reveal, Jay White coming to the United States soon after his Loser Leaves Japan match. He was, loss, and the loss against Eddie Kingston, he is now forbidden from New Japan. If you guys want to hear us talk about that, if you guys want to hear me rant all up and down the fucking block on AEW Fight Forever and them not giving us a release date, still yet to give us any kind of release date, made themselves look like blithering fucking idiots live on IGN FanFest. You guys can hear us rant all about that, man. That is episode 149, I believe. That is available on all platforms, as is the Elimination Chamber 2023 review. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and Montreal. Kevin Owens returns, the Elimination Chamber 2023 review. If you guys did miss both of those, the news and the Elimination Chamber review, those are available on all platforms for you guys, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you want to see it first, right here after the pay-per-views that we are live for, and 4 p.m. Central every Friday for the news, man. So with that, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find that live on the merch shop. That link is at the top of the description of this very video. It is also in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. All 8 of these beautiful designs in more than just t-shirts, man. Long sleeve, youth, regular t-shirts, hoodies, crew neck hoodie, crew necks for the Christmas merch, man. Whatever you guys want, it's all up there for you guys, man. All 8 of these beautiful designs, like I said, the Chicago flag design, the Chicago skyline design, the base logo, the Riddler-inspired IWC's Best Kept Secret, the Scratch logo, the only community that matters, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired shirt, and the Christmas merch, man. You guys can find these all available on bonfire.com. Link again is at the top of the description of this very video, and it is in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show, and as for the other half, I got my man Sir K here. How's it going, bro?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Just waiting for Revolution. That whole week is gonna be a nice week, man. So I'm excited for it, man. I really am. And yeah, man. I've been good, man. I've been good, but usually, like Durante's here to ask whether he's coming sooner in the replay, man. How's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Everybody else that's watching, Logan? Anybody in the live chats and the replay? How you guys doing? And how about you, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, man, just chilling, dude. Just chilling. Yeah, just enjoying the time, I guess, bro. Nothing too much really to talk about, man, other than yeah, we got Revolution coming up in, I got the timer on my phone, 13 days, man. So we're under 2 weeks. Man. So it's should be fun, bro. It should be fun. Do want to talk about Revolution and AEW Dynamite before we hit AEW Dynamite. Because I got a lot of things that we need to talk about. Me and you have talked about this privately, but it's about time we tell you guys what the hell is on our mind, man. So but yes, other than that, bro, I'm good, man. As Durante always asks, man, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, Pops, even though I talked to you earlier, and everybody else on the replay? How the hell are you guys, man? And thank you guys for being here with us, man. Also, my man, JT. We love JT. He's always watching us on the replay, man. He said something I believe it was last Friday, and it absolutely made me die laughing when I seen his comment. Do you remember when we were doing the intro and you sounded really, really loud?
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
He commented on the video and he said, Sir K, in the intro, Sir K sounded like a McDonald's drive-thru.
Damn, bro. Just being loud as shit. Just talking about
Dude, that oh god, they fucking killed me when I seen it. So shout out to JT for that. That was fucking hilarious. I just remember asking you how you were, and then you just started screaming in my ear. So funny, bro. So shout out to JT for that one. That one fucking made me LOL very hard. All right, man. So man, I see what you're talking about, Logan. I see what you are talking about, bro. I was telling Sir K, while we were, in the stream starting soon screen, I was telling Sir K, man, where the fuck is my Neville heels, bro? Man, I just miss Neville beating people just by being a badass. Or like another example I mentioned was Tommaso Ciampa and the Revival. When you watch those guys, they just, and it wasn't even that they cheated. It was just it was just their it was just them outsmarting their opponents. And
Mm-hmm.
it was so good. It was so good. And man, a lot of a lot of these a lot of these matches, bro, a lot of these heels just are cheat to win, and it does make them look very weak. I definitely agree with you there. I think and you know, for Austin Theory too, I think if he is going into a match with John Cena, which they did announce, which makes even more sense as to why they should have taken the belt off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know what's going on here, man. I mean, uh man, I don't know. I don't know. It's just
It's
not
been weird.
yes. Oh my god. Completely
Mm.
forgot about the Face of the Revolution ladder match.
Dude, I guess they're not doing it unless fucking next week they'll
Well,
be like, oh yeah, here's a qualifying match.
yeah, I was going to say, you remember what they did for their Full Gear
Okay.
Eliminator tournament? They fucking threw it together in a week and a half, which I mean, they have 13 days to do it. But I mean, you're really gonna have to. This is the guy. I don't know why we aren't thinking about these kind of things, bro. And that's what I want to get to with AEW in a minute. And that's a
Mm-hmm.
great point, Logan, because I genuinely forgot about that fucking ladder match. But I mean, they don't do you any favors, bro. But yes. Logan says Raw and AEW this last week were mid. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Oh,
Dude,
AEW Dynamite, bro. You want to go first, sir?
like AEW is in a really weird state, man. It's like I'm not really excited for each show, but every time I'm watching each show, I enjoy it for the most part. Yeah, obviously there's always negatives, especially this past week there was negatives. But with AEW recently, there's been a weird thing where it's like I don't care about, Dynamite before it happens, but while it happens, I'm intrigued. There's great matches, there's some great story stuff, and then there's some bad stuff, but like in the in between, I'm not thinking about Dynamite, man. It's like it's in a weird state right now, man. And I think with the ladder match that Logan brought up, I think is really true. People always talk about how like Triple H has all these writers, while TK just has his little fucking notebook. That's kind of a fucking problem. Obviously, looking at this,
Yes.
he needs help. Not saying that he's bad, but he just needs help. He needs people to also do his job, where he's over them, and they can coordinate and plan. You got this part. You got the women. You got the tag team. I'll deal with the main event. Shit like that, man. I don't. I guess it's just too much on TK's plate because I feel like they're still gonna have that ladder match, but I think they're gonna do what they did at Full Gear and just, oh yeah, we have this ladder match. Well, let's just do qualifying matches for 2 weeks before the show. Like, I just think it's just too much on the fucking guy's plate, and I don't think no amount of that away stuff can make him focus that much, man. Like, like, dude, he needs help. He needs a team behind him because it's just AEW has grown too much for him to just control. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, I didn't even care about the match itself. In terms of the matches, AEW's fine. You can just
Yeah.
put two
Oh yeah.
people against each other most of the time. You don't need a producer. You just let them go to do their thing. You know what I mean? It's really not the matches. It's like, and it's really not even the idea of the feuds itself. It's the execution of the feud. Like, you could AEW's roster is so great. You could just pick two random people, and that in idea can be a great feud. It's just they haven't been doing good with the physical feud itself, with the
Hmm.
storytelling around the feud, and it's just like, dog. That's like the fun part about writing, booking wrestling is creating the stories and making rivalries and why does this person not like this person?
Yeah.
Why does this? That's like the best part. And I was just thinking about this, about matches I care about on Revolution and Mania, and the matches I don't on both shows. And I was thinking about the Samoa Joe and Wardlow match. Before they added a tiny bit of story, I didn't give a fuck about that. Now they added a little bit of story. I'm a little intrigued in that match again.
Yes, a little more than you were, for sure.
Exactly, because it needed a. You gotta have.
Needed something.
You need something for your major feuds. I'm not saying every match needs an explanation. I'm not like that. That's not what I'm saying. Because some people do mean it like that. Not every match needs an explanation. There's exhibition matches for a reason. But when you're building to a pay-per-view,
yes,
at least most of those matches should have a story. And some of them do, but and some of them just suck because you're letting people like Saraya book themselves into utter oblivion. And I get letting someone book themselves. I think most of the time, if someone knows what they're doing, it could be great. Look at the Elite. Besides, the only thing the Elite did bad on, I will say that I didn't like, was the breakup of Hangman and Kenny. That's the only thing I didn't really like that they booked. That other than that, they've been great with that shit.
Yeah.
They had a hiccup. For them, that's just a hiccup. But with like Saraya, that shit's just garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And how are you, TK the boss, sitting back and watching your employee spray an L on her coworker's ass and then fucking run? Like, dude, how do you sit in Gorilla or whatever they call it and you let that happen? Like, they got so used to focus. Yeah, they focus on the match itself and the dream match, and regular matches too. Like Logan saying, like, yeah, the matchup itself is great. I want to see it. I want a story behind that match, though. You know what I mean? Exactly. I don't want them as. I don't want the big matches as just matches. I want those matches to have a genuine feud with a genuine something, a problem between the two people, an old friendship, a new friendship, whatever the fuck. Just a story, man, and they haven't been doing that. And it's just too crowded, too. Like, I think that's the two major problems with AEW right now. It's too much on Tony Khan's plate, and he needs people to do the job also, so he can focus on other things, and every aspect of the show can actually get focused on. And there's just too many singles people on that damn show. There's just too many singles people on that damn show, and people that are just like in factions but don't need to be there. Like Dog Trench don't need to be employed. Fucking Tony Nese don't need to be employed. I knew it. Like, there are just people. Yeah, exactly. Like Roman and Sammy would have been just a great one-off match. It would have. But look what they did. They had a story, and it's the only thing. Yeah. And it's the thing I care about most about fucking WrestleMania. Like, a good story, a good match in itself is great. A good story with that match elevates it tenfold, and they haven't been doing that, man. And I think it's Tony Khan just trying to do everything, and he's just one fucking guy. And I really think that's like the main problem for me, man. But like the shows haven't been bad. They've just been like shows. It's just been like the whole shows for recently with AEW. Each Dynamite has been feeling like just a random match. But that's the whole show. It's just a random show right now. You know what I mean? People doing stuff. That's all. There's no goal. There's no overall story and whatnot, man. And it's none of the people's fault that are like well, besides Soraya, but it's really none of the people's fault like MJF and Daniel Bryan. They're doing great. Who else has a fucking story? Mox and Hangman, they're doing awesome, man. But look at the tag division. The fuck are they doing with that? What's the story? There's no story in that. I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's just been sloppy, man. It's just been sloppy, man. And besides Roman and Sammy and Roman and Cody, a lot of it's been with WWE too, man. But for AEW, it's been really bad lately. Like, really bad.
So, for me, some of the stuff that's been, and I've been seeing this go around the community a lot, and it rings very true, is AEW has lost their step on storytelling. I mean, if you want to go back to 2019 and 2020, FTR versus the Young Bucks, they could have absolutely thrown that out there and said, you know what? There it is for you guys. Here's our selling point for our pay-per-view. But what did they do? They brought you through a ride where FTR was fucking with Hangman, getting inside of his head. Then they broke up Hangman and Kenny. That shattered the Elite to a certain degree. Now the Young Bucks have a reason to be like, okay, fuck you guys. You guys are, interrupting our group, and you guys are breaking up our group. They put a story behind it. Nowadays, matches like that just get announced, and like Logan was saying in the chat, and it's so true, all they play on is dream matches. And like for me with Revolution, so much of this stuff has lost so much steam. It's complete and utter bullshit. You have Jericho and Ricky Starks. That lost a huge fucking amount of steam going into it. Wardlow and Samoa Joe picks up 3 weeks before the pay-per-view after you made us wait 5 weeks just to tell us why he cut his hair. Then you go to the Trios Championships. Dude, you have Kenny Omega live on a podcast talking about, I just want to have fun, and I just want to wrestle. I don't want to really get into any story-driven narratives right now. What? You have a story that the House of Black has been pushing just for them to sporadically be taken off TV and then reintroduced on Rampage. How does that make any kind of sense?
And that wouldn't be a problem if you also had writers where if you don't feel like making your own story, they could just be like, okay, we got something for you. Just do this.
Exactly.
That's also another benefit of writers. Even when people like making their own stories. Like, that's insane. I didn't even know you said that. What the fuck?
The House of Black versus the Elite. I don't understand how you undersell a story that includes Aleister Black and Kenny Omega. I do not know how you let that happen. I do not know. Swerve and Keith Lee. Fucking, they bring Keith Lee back, not only on Rampage, but 6 weeks after, when the storyline is dead flat. Dead flat. And then you want to bring this guy out here with fucking white hair on Rampage. Man, dude, I don't know. There's a lot in AEW, dude. It's like, look, I don't mind an exhibition match with 2 big guys here and there, with 2 big stars here and there. I don't mind. It's when you do it every week that annoys me. And that's all these shows have been. Good match after good match after good match. AEW needs to do what brought them to the dance. They cannot just throw people in the ring. That is what we have shows like Forbidden Door for. A show like Forbidden Door, you just throw 2 motherfuckers in the ring and watch them go to town. That's what they did last year, and it was one of the best shows ever in terms of in-ring quality. But every single week, and on your Revolution pay-per-view, you want to sit here and undersell these stories just because you think that in-ring quality will get you through the fucking dance? No. AEW from the very inception of the company, bro, was magnificent storytelling, whether it was with the Elite, whether it was with Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, Chris Jericho. Dude, all the CM Punk, MJF, all these guys are known for their long-term storytelling and how well they can do it. And you want to sit here and Kenny Omega saying, "Oh well, I don't want to get into a story-driven narrative. I just want to have fun and wrestle." Who the fuck is saying that a story-driven narrative isn't fun? This is what got you guys here.
Yeah. And if you just want to wrestle, go to fucking Dark or Dynamite, or not Dynamite, or your fucking live shows to do that. When you're on television for a fucking reason, dude.
Yes, he said that. He was quoted saying that on the Swerve City podcast.
That's insane. Like, dog, what the hell? What the fuck you mean you don't want to get in the story? That's your job. And you're a champion. I understand if you weren't a champ and you were
Oh,
just
yeah.
yeah, okay, I don't care. Dog, you are a champion of a still pretty new title, of the trios titles.
Very new,
Fucking
absolutely.
Do something about it.
You have House of Black coming back on Thanksgiving Eve, attacking Brandon Cutler, telling Brandon Cutler, you better warn the guys that you're associated with. And now, 3 weeks before the show, you want to pull up and fucking stand on the stage and stare with your creepy masks on? Really? What the fuck is there? What are you going to tell in the next 2 weeks that's going to make this utterly remarkable?
Or Kenny Omega, I guess fucking nothing, man. That's what, hearing that, I hope the House of Black wins that shit at Revolution. Because Malachi Black, he's a fucking guy that cares about a story. He cares about at least a character and a story. And he can have good matches with anybody. That's what AEW was great for in the beginning. You didn't even have to worry about matches or, matchups. The magic was that was a guaranteed with AEW all the time. The match is going to be good. That's why I want them to focus on the story, because you don't need to focus on the match. It's already going to be good. You're already all great. Just make a fucking story.
Yes.
That's really discerning, man. And people really think he's going to be going to WWE while he's saying that shit.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. But, what kind of... Dude, you're a champion. I'm sorry. That is your job. You have to fucking do it. Yeah, when I walk into work, I don't want to fucking do half of the fucking shit I gotta do. But guess what? I'm at fucking work. I gotta do that shit. Because it's the fucking job.
It's utterly ridiculous, and to me, this is why this Revolution build has been absolutely it's been horrible. Aside from a few things that I can genuinely say, like, okay, I get where they're going here, like John Moxley and Adam Page. Like, I get like the alpha male kind of storyline going on here, and it's good for what it is. It's good for what it is. They've gave us great matches. They've gave us good promos. I know what kind of story that they're trying to tell. Bryan Danielson and MJF. That's another thing I want to see them slow down on. This recycled story with MJF just making everybody run through hoops just to face him. I mean, it's a good story, and I will tell you this, if that was anybody but Bryan Danielson, you probably would have fucking shot yourself in the fucking foot, because thankfully you have him and you're putting him in there against guys that he's going to make absolutely memorable matches for. But let's not forget about the labors of Jericho, and not everybody MJF is going to face is going to be Bryan Danielson. And I just think they should slow down and maybe introduce a new concept to try to get people to face MJF. But, they've been telling a pretty good story, for the most part. For the most part, they've been telling a pretty good story. The Gun Club. You are pushing a story in my face with one team that I absolutely love and adore. They're my second favorite tag team of all time. And on the other hand, you're trying to push this story with this other team who fucking sucks. Now they're the tag team champions, and you are trying to portray to me that they are going to stand any kind of chance against FTR. And then you just add two other teams for God knows whatever, for fucking God knows what reason. So I didn't know, because at first I was like, okay, they're probably gonna do the Acclaimed versus FTR versus the Guns, and I get that, right? Like, you kind of got a little bit of story with FTR, in the Gun Club, and then the Acclaimed are in there. They have heat with the Gun Club or whatever. Yeah, it's like I get what you're doing, but at the end of the day, it's still a fucking story that I just do not fucking care about. The Gun Club
No,
and FTR? How can you ever convince me that the Gun Club stand a fucking chance against FTR?
they're literally only there because of their dad. Those two are god fucking awful in every way. And the story they're in makes no sense. So Acclaim would win a match, or they just, are talking like, oh yeah, we're invoking a rematch in the already existing triple threat where the other two people are completely unknown. We didn't even know that was happening. To make it a fatal four way? We didn't even know there was a triple threat. Now there's a fatal four way against two people we didn't even fucking know about?
Yeah.
That's not how story. Tony Khan knows most of the time you have to add people per person being added, so it goes from a 2-on-2 to a triple threat, then to a fatal four way. You don't say, oh yeah, I'm gonna face you, and there's gonna be two other teams in there for
Yeah.
unknown reasons as of right now. What?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
um, the fourth team that are looking to be in that match are pretty cool. If I'm guessing who they are, because they're in the match to qualify for that spot, Aussie Open. They're in the match to qualify
Ooh.
for that spot. So that's fire.
I love me some
But
Aussie Open.
hell yeah, man! And their contracts with New Japan expired too. I think they're about to be in AEW, which is really good for AEW's sake.
Oh
They need
god, get
tag
to slap
teams.
those fucking tag titles on them, please. I love those
That's really
boys.
Yeah, if you don't got FTR right now, if they going back to fucking
The
Triple H
Fed.
Pro, and if they going back to the Fed, give them bitches to Aussie Open, bro.
Yes.
Please. That could be so fucking good, man. But like, at the end of the day, like, you hear that name, you already know match is gonna be great. You're excited. But when a couple weeks after they debut, they ain't gonna be doing shit. You know what I mean? There's gonna be no story behind it. And then that's when you're like, okay, they didn't do nothing with it.
Yep.
It's the cycle of AEW. You get excited because your Aussie Open's coming in, that's fire, and then they just don't do nothing.
Yeah,
Because they're
exactly.
like, it's a
Like look
vicious cycle.
look how long it took Tony Khan to just realize he had something in FTR.
Literally, FTR.
Malachi Black walked away, was brought back, was convinced to come back just for Tony Khan to still not realize what he has in him.
Dude, if they don't win those trios titles at Revolution, bro, if I was Malachi Black, I'd be so fucking pissed. They have to. They literally have to. After fucking Kenny Omega said that, they fucking have to, man.
Yes, absolutely. Because my thing, Mr. Omega, is what do you think's going to happen if CM Punk gets brought back? Do you think you're just going to get thrown out there with CMFTR, or do you actually anticipate on telling some kind of a fucking story here? It's not like, you guys were fucking involved in a backstage brawl or anything like that. It's not like, come on.
Like,
But,
dude, you're an EVP saying that.
mhm.
It's man.
It's
That don't sound
ridiculous.
good.
It's ridiculous, dude. But and not to even mention what the what in the fucking monstrosity is happening on the women's side of the coin for Revolution. So let's first and foremost, we are probably going to get yet again another Jade Cargill match that means
Nothing.
absolutely nothing to anybody. And then I I don't
Fucking
what do I even
so
what do I even say about the freelancers? Bro.
dude. It's
yeah,
it's just so bad, bro. How have we gone from Britt Baker to being not the worst part in the woman's storyline? It's Soraya. Imagine you telling us. Imagine me and you being told when Soraya debuts, oh yeah, she'll feud against Jamie Hayter for the women's world title, but Soraya will fucking blow in that goddamn feud. No one believed it. Like, we literally said Soraya's success depends on if AEW makes it or not. We were wrong, bruh, because Soraya fucking it up herself,
Yes. Yes,
and
it
they're
is.
allowing it.
It is, like we said, bro, it is only going to be as good as AEW allows it to be, and AEW is allowing this shit to be put on their television. So, I
Fuck, man.
just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, bro. Absolutely unbelievable. This build has been shit. Everything on it, aside from a few things, it has been just fucking some of the most underwhelming shit you will ever hear. Ridiculous, bro. Utterly ridiculous. I mean, seriously, man. Just I don't even know. I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. I don't even know what to say. It's just from top to bottom, man, everything on this card has felt underwhelming. It has felt like there has been no care put into this, and I don't know why, because now I don't know how you are not feeling the pressure of fans like myself at the moment being more intrigued in what WWE is doing versus what AEW is doing, because if I'm Tony Khan, this is around the time WrestleMania Revolution Double or Nothing season falls around WrestleMania season. This is the time of year you're going to want to fucking go guns blazing. Tell the best stories that you can possibly tell. And you want to know why? Because on the other side of the coin, we're in the midst of WWE telling one of their best stories in fucking decades.
Yeah, literally. So, like, you don't want to try to outshine that? Try to take your momentum for yourself, and you can look good? I don't get it, man. I don't get what the fuck going on in that company.
I guess not. I guess we're fine with just putting on good matches and that's it.
And just letting it fucking be, I guess. You're both the most important time of the rivalry between your rival company of the year and her. I don't think they're EVPs anymore. I'm not sure if we still don't know about that shit, but at least maybe a former EVP, Kenny Omega, a champion, just doesn't feel like doing a story during the most important time of the year for competition. Believe
Unbelievable.
that's
Unbelievable.
insane.
You don't want to tell stories. Okay. And
Don't.
then like and you know, back to this Keith Lee thing, one of the things that you should have absolutely wanted for a live Dynamite crowd, like, look, if you were doing a live Rampage and it was in a big city, sure, bring Keith Lee back. Taped. That's how we're doing Keith Lee. I know you want to give fucking views on Rampage. Here's a suggestion: go live, go fucking live, and then maybe people will give a fuck. Make it 90 minutes instead of 60. You know,
Yeah.
so people get a little more fucking bang for their buck. Make the show at fucking 5 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock at night, dude.
You have so many things you could do for it. And you just, let me do a debut to fucking stunt his momentum that he didn't already have at this point.
Comes back with no momentum and you kill it even worse. Why was that not saved for a live crowd? A live fucking crowd. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Exactly, Logan. You go live a couple weeks in a row and you do a title change here and there. I don't get people to fucking watch.
Seriously. Nobody likes a tape show. Unless you're
It's
fucking NXT Black and Gold, nobody likes a tape show. But the difference about a Triple H tape show was WWE tape shows, all it is piped in music or piped in crowd reactions. Triple H's tape shows, first of all, some of the shit you didn't even hear about because whether Full Sail was very loyal or they just forgot, some things didn't even get out. Or B, the show, sure, it was taped, but it was such a good crowd atmosphere. It was fucking fantastic. Now, sure, AEW has a good crowd atmosphere, but we've been to these live shows. You sit there, doors open at 5, dark starts at 6. You sit through an hour of dark. You sit through 2 hours of Dynamite. You sit through, and then you gotta sit through Rampage with matches that nobody gives a fuck about. Swerve Strickland versus Dustin Rhodes. Really? That's what you want to give me, man? Lost okay. He should be back soon. Back to what I was saying. You do these things that nobody gives a shit about, bro. And it's because nobody likes a tape show. I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know what you were thinking when you... I don't know what you were thinking, bro. Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. Yeah, fuck that. You had to witness a Sonny Kiss heel turn. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I think the worst thing me and Sir K maybe had to watch was AEW Dark Order. I mean, every single fucking dude, was it the Rampage that Punk came back? I think we probably heard that Dark Order theme song like fucking 5 times in the 2-hour span.
Dude, it was Dark Order match. Dude, get rid of them too. At this point, they're just wasting away on their roster. Fucking who's left? Silver, Boo, Lame, fucking Reynolds. The fuck? And Uno. Are those the only 3 left?
Yeah, Evil, Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. Yep. That's it.
Get rid of fucking Silver and Reynolds. Just get rid of them. You don't need them anymore. And get fucking what's his name back? Get Stu, and you could have Uno and Stu. You have another tag team on your roster. Those were the only 2 good ones out of that fucking group after Brody. Oh, they do that with JAS now. Oh,
at least those guys are good. Well. With the JAS, you don't know who you're getting because you could either hear the intro and get fucking Anna Jay or Tay Conti, and then maybe sometimes you could get it and get like 2.0 and Daniel Garcia or something. So there could be some good out of it, man. But bro, AEW television, man, AEW television has just felt very off. They have lost their storytelling edge. They really have, and it shows.
Because they weren't just alternative in terms of they were an actual wrestling show. Before, Vince was running fucking the other company over there. You know what I mean? That wasn't the only part of the alternative. They actually had interesting stories where WWE, for the most part, didn't even fucking have at the fucking time. They had both.
They had stories, all right. I don't know. Stories like... captivating television, may I say, like Randy Orton beating up a group of legends with night vision goggles on. You know, that's the kind of storytelling WWE had. They had some stories, all right. I just don't know that they were the kind of stories that anybody wants to see.
Exactly. Well, at the start of AEW, there was legitimate feuds and rivalries and dislikes, and it was cool. It was interesting now, and now it's just, look at that, an interesting match. That's all it is now, and it's fucking infuriating because you got such a good roster, and you could tell such good stories between these people while having great matches, and you just aren't. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't fucking get it.
Doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't do you any favors when one of your EVPs is going out there and saying, yeah, I just don't feel like telling stories right now. I just want to wrestle. I'm sorry, motherfucker. Weren't you just on Wrestle Kingdom? And what did you do there? You told a story, so why can't you come to your actual employer and tell a fucking story? Why are you doing it for a company that you're technically not even employed to, but you don't want to do it when you're in a company, and when you're in the company you're actually employed for, and you're a champion, and you have a story that's been fucking knocking on your door ever since House of Black came back.
Dude.
And you refuse to open the door because you don't want to. Because you want to wrestle and fucking throw basketballs at each other with fucking Top Flight and AR Fox. That's what you want to do. Okay.
Literally. Like, okay, you don't want to fucking tell stories. All right, drop those fucking trios titles. And since you got that IWGP US, just go to New Japan for a couple months and have random matches. Just do that then.
Go wrestle fucking Hikuleo and fucking Fred Rosser.
Go fucking wrestle some nobodies in some random ass nothing matches while House of Black can tell great stories with those trios titles. How about that's what you fucking do?
I mean, what's the deal here, bro? I mean, come on, dude. Don't want to tell stories? Drop your titles then.
It's that fucking simple.
What
that
do you
is literally
think?
Your job.
What do you think you're going to have to do when CM Punk makes his eventual, and he will, return to the company? You're going to have to tell a story. What are you going to do? Come on, bro. This is Mania season. This is the season you are going to want to compete. And you're not.
It's infuriating, man. It really is.
Throwing basketballs around with Top Flight and AR Fox. Meanwhile, the House of Black have been waiting around doing nothing. Waiting for you to get done doing your fucking 2K exhibition matches.
Literally, bro. You're a basketball fan, bro. Go tell a fucking story.
With 3 weeks to Revolution, 2 weeks to actually make something out of it. Unbelievable. Seeds were planted in December. Unbelievable.
February. The end of February.
All right, man. So, AEW Dynamite. We get this match. The Acclaimed, Daddy Ass, and Orange Cassidy. What?
What was this, bro?
Versus
Okay.
versus Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Satnam Singh.
Dog.
This is why Frankie Kazarian left, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That man kind of weird.
This is why the Elite Hunter left, bro. This is why they lost one of the greatest storytellers of our generation. He was hunting the Elite, bro. That shit was top tier.
That shit was goated, man.
I don't know what that means, but he was doing it.
He was hunting them. He was hunting them, I guess. But dude. So the Acclaim lose.
I was hoping you would mention this.
The Acclaim lose their goddamn fucking titles. And the next week, they're in some completely fucking random ass match with some random ass team against what to them is a random ass team that they haven't fucking faced in weeks. And when they're out, they're rapping like it's nothing. They're making jokes. They're having some fun. Dude, what should have happened during that entrance? The match shouldn't have fucking happened in the first place, but if you're gonna do the fucking match, in that entrance, those two shouldn't have rapped. They should have just been pissed. What the fuck? They're rapping like they didn't lose last week. Bro, you're a loser. How about you fucking take yourself a little seriously?
They're out there rapping about getting the titles back. Like, motherfucker, I want to hear you with the same amount of fucking aggression as that last fucking 8 Mile rap battle with fucking B-Rabbit and Papa Doc. I want to hear you out there spitting. I don't want to hear you out there making jokes. Dude, you just lost your titles.
You're the fucking joke if you're making fucking jokes. Literally, yes, Logan, they made them act like they didn't give a shit about the tag titles, and that looked horrible.
And then later in the night, they want to fucking have a backstage interview where now they want to act pissed. Oh, we're going to get our titles back and it's going to be in a fatal, or we're reinvoking our title match. So you guys were happy earlier. Wouldn't it make sense if maybe they were a little happier after they won a match?
Yeah.
But now they're mad? It's storytelling 101. I can fucking sit here. There's absolutely no reason why I can fucking sit here. I can sit here at my desk in the fucking suburbs of Chicago and fucking book this shit or understand a little bit of fucking storytelling better. I'm not acting like I fucking know everything, but I'm telling you right now, bro, that is storytelling 101. Why are these guys fucking... It's like when Kofi Kingston lost the WWE Championship. The next week, he's fucking throwing around pancakes. Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you doing, dog? Act fucking mad. At least. I don't even care that you're not actually mad. It's the business. We all know that. Fucking act like it on TV. I don't know, man.
I don't know either, bro. So, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli are having a Texas tornado match. I love me a tornado tag match. This was nice to see. With Pero Pelagroso. Actually, I heard they dropped that name. And Roosh. So, pretty good to get Roosh in there after his week against Bryan Danielson. But the only problem here is Roosh. He's gonna get a little something on Dynamite every week, and then he's gonna get a little something on Dynamite for the next couple weeks, and then he's just gonna fade right away into oblivion. This match was pretty good, man. This match was pretty good. I'm sure you guys could have guessed Jon Moxley was bleeding in this match. Yes, this one was very good. This one was very good. It was just all out chaos, man, and I love a nice tornado tag match. I do. I really do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. It was a solid ass match. I liked it a lot.
Yes, Jon Moxley ended up defeating. Oh, that's another thing. By the way, Geck, how the hell are you, my brother? It's so nice to see you.
What's up, Geck? Man,
what do you think, bro?
I genuinely don't even fucking know, and I'm not even gonna try to act. I'm not even trying to think of something it could be, because I'm gonna think of something, and he's gonna say some random ass bullshit on Wednesday. So if he does it on Wednesday, that'll be great, because I'm not even fucking thinking about that shit, bro. How many times?
Hasn't he done that before?
Yeah. Why do you think me and you call it getting fucking TK'd? Fucking TKing people when you fucking make an announcement and nothing, and it's a fucking bogus ass announcement.
Oh, hey, what up, Durante? Oh no, I thought no, what I was talking about was, hasn't he done that before where he said he has a big announcement and then they don't say anything? They literally don't mention it at all. Yeah, because the Tony Khanning the announcement comes from him hyping us up and then just making like Christian Cage, for example. That was a complete Tony Khanning the announcement, or
the fucking barbed wire death match, fucking Tony Khan the ending, just was a fucking massive gut at the fucking end.
Absolutely.
Literally, I genuinely don't know what the big announcement could be, and I don't fucking care. I ain't hyping myself up to be fucking either just not brought up at all, or it's gonna be some fucking random, we're gonna have this match on Rampage. Unless, only two things that it might be that I would be cool with. Streaming service, Forbidden Door 2. That's the only things I'm going to throw out there, but I'm not going to hope for anything.
There's one thing that I want it to be. Not even treading that line. I'm not even getting myself excited, because I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh, hope this is the streaming deal, and then it's everything but the streaming deal. That is literally one of the last fucking things you can possibly make a big announcement for us. That is it. I mean, Forbidden Door 2 does make a lot of sense, and that's definitely a good. I could definitely see him doing that, but dude, your time is up, bro. If it's not a streaming deal, I don't care for these big announcements. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely see Tony over the years kind of losing the trust of the fans a little bit because of things like this. The amount of times he said, man, I got a big announcement, and everybody gets more excited than a fucking pig in shit. And then it's Christian Cage, or it's this, or it's that, or it's we want it to be a streaming deal, but it's just him purchasing ROH, or it's big announcement this, and then it's things like that, bro. I mean, he's definitely with the fans, definitely lost the trust of big announcements for sure. Because honestly, I'm not even getting myself excited by saying these things, but the only two things I could realistically see this big announcement being is a Forbidden Door 2 or a streaming service, and that's literally it. And even if it is a streaming service, you better fucking, or a fucking release date for that goddamn video game, for crying out loud. But I'm not even yeah, I mean, just personally, those are some things I would like to see, but yeah, I mean, at this point, I would be lying to say that he has the trust of fans, because you can tell by the excitement on my voice, or Kay's voice, you guys in the comments. People aren't excited for these big announcements as they once were. So,
broke the fucking trust.
Yes, absolutely. Countless fucking times he's done it. And it is what it is, man. But could you imagine him announcing the return of CM Punk? Maybe he's gonna bring Jay White out there just to throw it in WWE's face. I got him.
And 3 weeks later, he's not even on the show.
3 weeks later, he's on fucking Dark Elevation.
Like, dude, fucking TK, man. That man, he needs a fucking team, bro. He does.
Absolutely needs a fucking team. No questions asked. Needs a team.
He really fucking does, man.
Yes, absolutely, Gak. We were just talking about that. This is the time of year.
Mm-hmm. This is the main time of year you should be really going hard, and they ain't going at all. They just gave up.
Unbelievable. All right, man. Next, we have Frankie. Wardlow and Jim. Wardlow and Jim Ross, bro. They're sitting down doing a backstage, and Wardlow tells Jim Ross, he says, can I tell you a story about my father, or about my childhood? And he starts talking about his dad, and how his dad inspired him to be a professional wrestler. His dad was in his life from when he was 8, and then he was taken out of his life for a little bit until, I believe he said he was 16. And he talked about how his dad had long hair, and his I was about to say his dog. What the fuck? He talked about how his dad had long hair, and his dad had, a beard. And ever since he started his pro wrestling journey, his dad got sick, and his dad was able to make his first indie show. And shortly after that, he got the call that he passed away. And ever since his dad passed away, his dad was his hero. And his dad, had long hair and a big beard. So Wardlow wanted to grow his out. So he did. And Samoa Joe knew that. And that is why Samoa Joe cut the hair off of Wardlow. So it looks like Wardlow's hair will be grown back. Thank God.
Thank God, man. I'm glad. Not only that the hair cutting has a reason behind it, because I thought it looked horrible. Thank God I don't think it's permanent. But
Yes.
look at what happens when you add a little bit of story into a feud.
I'm a
It
little more
makes it,
excited for this match.
yeah,
And get this. When's the last time you heard this? I'm a little more behind Wardlow.
look at
Wow.
that. You put a story behind him, which what got him over in the first place with MJF, and he's interesting again. Wow.
What a
Who
concept.
would have fucking thought?
Or you know what they could have did with Wardlow, bro? You know what they could have did with Wardlow? They could have just put him out there against Josh Woods. And then the next week, they could have put him out there against fucking Satnam Singh and just put him in random matches. Because who gives a shit about telling stories, right?
I just he just wants to wrestle, man.
I just want to see him in a match. That's all I want. No, I feel more behind Wardlow because you actually given me an emotional connection to him. He looks at his father is his hero. My father is my hero. You know,
Yeah.
Joe did something despicable to him that he knew. Now Wardlow's coming for fucking blood. Okay, now granted, it's 5 weeks past, when, the guys came back with fucking no momentum, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit fucking more than what we were presented with before, which was just, you were my ex-tag partner and you turned your back on me and you took my title.
Like,
Okay.
I've seen that story a million fucking. First of all, why would you trust Samoa Joe in the first place? It's like trusting Kevin Owens, you fucking dumbass. But now you put a story behind it, so now he doesn't look like an idiot. Now he looks like he has a reason to dislike his ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it gets you a little bit more invested into Wardlow because you know him a little bit more and it makes you want to get behind him. So he told JR, well, he didn't tell JR, but he looked into the camera and he told Samoa Joe, you have survived a lot of things, but you will not survive me. Revolution. I don't think Wardlow is going to survive AEW's booking, if I'm being fucking honest, man. I don't think Wardlow is going to survive Tony Khan's booking, bro. I don't know what Wardlow did to somebody in the higher-ups, but oh my lord, either he pissed somebody off or they just do not have good momentum control here, man.
Oh, dude, they don't. That needs to be a fucking division of writers
That
in
needs to be a whole
AEW.
department. Yep.
Yep, fucking
Momentum control.
momentum. When that's what they fucking need in that company. They need some damn momentum control. God damn, man. Look at that. You add a little story and it makes it fucking interesting.
Makes it a little more fucking intriguing now, doesn't it?
I'm not fucking hyped for the goddamn match, but at least I'm
No.
not dreading it anymore. And now I'm interested. What's gonna happen? Is he gonna win? Is he not? Now I'm a little interested because there's a fucking story. Shocker.
What do
You
you
know,
know, man?
you know who I just fucking remembered that he had a story, and guess what? We haven't seen an ounce of him for weeks. Hobbs. What the fuck happened to the Book of Hobbs? What the fuck happened?
Oh my god. What happened? Bruh. Oh my god.
Dude, they just fucking doing the vignettes.
Where are the vignettes even? Where are they? I don't see them anymore.
No, they just stopped.
I guess the book was over. Yeah.
I guess you had like fucking 4 chapters and the fucking book ended.
That was it. 4 pages and he was fucking done, I guess. Book of Hobbs was closed.
Like, dog, fucking stay on something for once in your life, bro. You create something and then they just drop it. Okay. We'll bring it back up when he comes back. No, you have to keep the momentum, dude. They really do need momentum control on that bitch. Oh my god.
No kidding. The book has been closed, bro. Golly. Imagine fucking this is a great analogy. I believe they're both from Compton. Imagine Kendrick Lamar ending fucking To Pimp a Butterfly after 4 fucking songs.
Yeah. I think I could release that.
The fuck?
Like, what?
You know how much you're leaving on the table here?
But fucking finish this, dude. I remembered that his ass.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
damn,
I
what the
forgot
fuck is
about Will
Hobbs?
Hobbs.
That shit was awesome. Dude, there was a solid 3 week span where every time I was like, damn, I wonder how the Book of Hobbs is going to be tonight. That was pretty cool. They just dropped it.
Oh, those were real cool. All
So
right, man.
fucking awesome.
So this gets even better. So next up we have Mark Briscoe versus Josh Woods. All right, cool, whatever. Like seeing Mark Briscoe on television.
I picked a better opponent, but
Hey,
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
so
Wouldn't tell me these all the time.
unfortunately, we can't have it both ways. So in the match, Mark Briscoe is doing his thing. You know, we love seeing Mark Briscoe. He's actually part of AEW and a Ring of Honor now, so that's cool. There was a point in the match where he goes to hit the ropes, and he gets taken down by Tony Nese and the newest member to this group, apparently, Arya Davari.
Fire dude, Tony Nese, Arya Davari. And maybe Josh Woods ain't horrible. I don't hate him as much as the other two. He's a decent.
I don't mind
He's
Josh
good
Woods.
for ROH.
Yeah.
You just throw him on ROH. But fucking Tony Nese, Arya Davari, fucking Trench, fucking dude, get these fucking garbage people the fuck up out of the company, bro. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your TV time. You're wasting my fucking time. Get these people off my fucking television.
Well, I know you're upset, but it gets even worse.
It does.
Out of my ass. Out of fucking nowhere. The fucking Lucha Bros just come back. They just come back.
They were just backstage, just hanging out. Apparently, we haven't seen them in fucking how long?
We haven't seen them since we haven't seen them in a month, since they a little bit over a month since they lost the trios championships, and they just fucking come back. They literally just fucking came back. Like, no rhyme or reason behind any of this shit. They just came back.
And they didn't get a cool camera shot or a cool, like, oh my god, they're back. They just ran up.
They literally, they were shooting the apron, like the outside of the ring, like towards the apron, and then you just see the Lucha Bros run into frame as fucking Excalibur's like, oh my god, it's the Lucha Bro. Okay, first of all, where is Pac? Second of all, why were these guys brought back to help Mark Briscoe, of all people? I mean, what? They come back. Is this Tony Khan's next experiment? Instead of putting these guys with with Andrade, next he's gonna fucking attempt to put them with Mark Briscoe. Is that what's going on here? What?
Dude, I fucking guess so, man. But dude, at this point, I don't think Andrade coming back. Fire him too. So. He wants to go back to
absolutely.
To the Fed.
Absolutely.
Fucking let him. If you don't want to be there, deuces. You know. Yep. Put those two with the Roosh. That's perfect, bro.
That's perfect.
If you want, toss Bandito in there. Maybe his brother, too, if you want him. You got a good-ass, cool fucking faction on your hands. No, you want to
Pero Pelagroso.
No. Fire him, too. No. Fucking dangerous fucking... Oh, dude.
Oh, my God, dude.
You have a dope-ass faction on your hands.
We said this. We said this from the moment they lost the Trios Championships. When Death Triangle loses these belts, they need to be done. And it looks like they're just going to separate until Tony Khan says, well, I have the Lucha Bros, but they're going up against 3 guys, and I need another guy to be with them. Oh yeah, we never broke up them and Pac for God knows what reason. God knows what fucking reason they're a faction for in the first place. But I'm Tony Khan, so I don't know, nor do I give a fuck. I mean,
what the fuck is going on here, man?
I mean, what the actual shit, man?
Like, they just came back and just, dude, you don't even see her face, you just see their back. And they're just being, dude, we haven't seen them since they lost the trios titles. And the first thing we see of them is their back.
It's their
as they
back.
beat
The
people.
back of his fucking head. Come on now.
Dude, fuck. With all this bullshit, Mark Briscoe's great. He don't need to be with those fucking two for no reason. Let him be on his own. Or if he wants to be in a group, put him in a group that makes fucking sense logistically, man. And put those two in a fucking group with Roosh. And put fucking Bandito if you want in there. Put his brother. The fuck are you doing? I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know.
Bullshit is what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Briscoe picks up the victory here with his cool ass looking elbow drop. I can't remember what the name of it. Frog catcher or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Shitty.
So the Lucha Bros are just back. Why did we not tell a breakup story with them and Pac?
Dude, they literally had one going that they could have went with Pac cheating with the hammer. He wants to cheat. And then they could have told that story of breaking up and Pac relying on the hammer, he could start losing and realize he don't need the fucking hammer. He could just be his old self again and be badass again. And you got badass solo Pac. Book that in fucking 5 seconds.
Froggy Bow. That's what it's called.
Hell yeah. Book that shit in fucking 5 seconds.
Frog catcher. I called it the fucking Froggy Bow. That's what it's called.
It's dope, man. But like, dude, I just explained how you could do it in 2 minutes. You don't do it at all. Yeah,
listen,
get it, bro.
You know, I will be the first person to tell you I hate a know-it-all, but there's absolutely no fucking reason why I can sit here again in my area in the fucking suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, and fucking book this shit and have a better concept on how you bring people back and how you fucking tell stories on television better than these people have. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous.
We're not, bro. We ain't know-it-alls. We just sadly know more than people that run a fucking company.
Yes, absolutely.
And, you know, for the most part, it's even like that with the other fucking company. Besides the Sami Zayn and Cody and, you know, maybe like Gunther and Asuka. Those are like the only positive parts.
Yeah.
Other than that, they got the same fucking problems.
Yeah.
The fuck? Like, dude, how are you people employed to these massive companies, for one multi-billion, one multi-million-dollar company, and you don't know and two fucking people on YouTube with a fucking podcast can book this shit better than you. That is sad. What the fuck? I don't get it.
Sad.
I don't fucking get it.
So MJF is out here next. He's talking about Bryan Danielson. He's talking about how people do not think he is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and he's just going on about Bryan Danielson and whatnot. And then he calls out Christopher Daniels. What? So MJF gave Christopher Daniels a sack of money, or not a sack of money, an envelope of money to, oh my fucking God, Gek, tell me about it, bro. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say we're in rare form right now, man, dude. You could catch us ranting all about that on Friday, man. I mean, holy fucking hell. So Christopher Daniels pulls out an envelope and he says, MJF gave me this in the back and he told me to come out here and pretty much verbally bury Bryan Danielson. He tells Max he doesn't need the money and he throws it at him. and he tells MJF, he tells him that maybe a couple decades ago, he would have taken the money, but that's not the kind of man he is. And if he wants to, what's up?
Gallows and Anderson.
No fucking kidding. Oh man, career mode with Jeff, bro. Man, that's just gonna be fun, bro.
Can't wait for those Molotovs, man.
I
Right
swear.
from his fucking luggage.
Them fucking cigarettes and liquor. Oh man.
You can have some fucking whiskey Molotovs. That shit's gonna be classic.
Man. Yes, the IGN Fan Fest was complete and utter bullshit. So he tells MJF, he says, if you really want the truth, I think that Danielson is going to beat you. MJF starts looking all pissed off. MJF starts getting all pissed off at Christopher Daniels as Christopher Daniels just continues to tell him why Danielson is going to beat him for the championship. MJF gets in CD's face. CD slaps him, and MJF, I believe, gives him a low blow and puts him in a Fujiwara armbar as Danielson comes out to make the save. Why exactly would Christopher Daniels' opinion be good enough to convince Bryan Danielson that he can't beat him?
Yeah, like, what was the point that was supposed to be? Like, if MJF's little plan succeeded, what the fuck would have happened? Nothing.
Yeah, like,
a friend would have said, "Oh yeah, he could beat you. I'm saying this for money." Okay. It kind of makes Christopher Daniels look even fucking stupider for not taking the damn money and just saying that. Because he's fucking not telling the truth. Just fucking cap your ass off. Daniel Bryan knows you ain't selling the truth.
Yeah.
Like, that, it was like, it wasn't a bad segment in itself.
No.
It was just fucking, why? Why was that a thing?
It just,
why storyline-wise did they do that?
Yeah, it kind of seemed like it was just there just to get a segment on the show.
Yeah.
With MJF.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, MJF is great, man. And he's right when it comes to say people don't respect him in the ring. He's great. I love MJF in the ring. Yes. In and out the ring. He's fucking amazing. But, like, does all his opponents have to go through some fucking trial to face him? Especially at this, like, it made sense when he was feuding with Jericho. That was still overall his style of character, man. But nowadays, he has evolved his character a little more to, we know he can wrestle, and we know he's okay with having to wrestle people. He's not the fucking Miz, we know that. They gotta act like it more. He's gotta be, because it doesn't make sense, because 1 second MJF's talking about, yeah, I'm the last an hour, I'm gonna whoop your ass, people don't know how good I am in that ring, and the next second you're paying people to make sure you don't get this match with Daniel Bryan. It's so flip-floppy, it's like, pick one. You know what I mean? I don't know, man, it hasn't been bad. You know what I mean? MJF and himself is great. The match is gonna be great. Mm-hmm. But, like, the story has just been so flip-floppy. Like, 1 second he doesn't want to face Daniel Bryan, the next second he fucking can't wait to face him and prove himself right. Like, which one is it?
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely, bro. So, next we have Jungle Boy versus Brian Cage on the Brian Cage Please Don't Sign with WWE tour. They put on a good match. Jungle Boy ended up winning with a roll up, and while he was walking up the ramp, Christian Cage, who has been hurt since a little before All Out, so I want to say like August, comes out. He comes out, man, and he takes off the elbow brace and he hits Jack Perry with the Unprettier on the outside, man, as he walks away. And it looks like this is going to continue, man. It looks like this is going to continue. So hopefully we get the final ending at Revolution, which is good, man. Which is good.
Definitely, man. That's one of those stories that kind of was just by circumstance kind of ignored because Christian got injured. It's just how
Yep.
it's that story has a reason why it has
Yeah.
a little doesn't have the momentum it should. It's just injury that happened to that man, which they could have helped by having Jungle Boy do some cool shit in the meantime, but I guess they did what they fucking could of per Tony Khan. So I can't wait for this. I love that Christian's back, man. I want to see that Christian that was so great right before he left again. That shit was gold.
Yes, absolutely. They replayed right before their match the clip from the beginning of the show with the Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian attacking Hangman Page before Kip versus Hangman. What the fuck?
Dude,
what the fuck is this shit?
4 more names you can fucking get rid of, man. Dude, there is a solid, like,
Hangman?
20 people. No. Kip Sabian, fucking those. Dude, there's a solid 20 to 25 people you can just let go on this fucking roster, man. Those, they show nothing. Butcher and the Blade below. Those two suck. They're not horrible, but guess what? TK doesn't know how to book them. Shocker. They have one of the worst gimmicks ever. They like money. Don't even get me started on that fucking gimmick, man. Cut him. What the fuck?
Bro, no question. You're giving me a match that absolutely nobody gives a fuck about seeing here. If you want to put Hangman in the ring against somebody who is a top tier talent, maybe he just doesn't have anything going on right now, sure. If you just want to put him in a random exhibition match, Kip Sabian, one of the worst acts on AEW, along with the Butcher and the Blade, now they're a group? Bro. Where does Tony Khan muster up these fucking factions from? Where?
That's another point. A big negative of AEW lately. We're going off the fucking company today, but I'm going off because I love AEW. I want it to be great.
Yeah, let's not get that twisted.
More than WWE. Personally, I'm an AEW guy through and through. I want it to be great. That's why I'm fucking pissed. So the other thing about AEW, dude, what are these goddamn factions, bro? Not only does not everybody need to be in a fucking faction, but if you're going to create a faction, I want to create one that makes sense, but that is good. The Firm, the Gun Club, Big Bill, Lee Moriarty, and Stokely. What the fuck is that group? Look at this group. Kip Sabian, Butcher and the Blade, and the Bunny.
And Penelope Ford. What? Let's go back into history. Let's talk about the HFO. Let's talk about the AHFO. The Pinnacle. Well, the Pinnacle wasn't, the Pinnacle was not bad talent, just severely fucking mishandled to the fullest degree. That is one of the biggest what ifs ever. What if the Pinnacle was booked good? Golly, that group could have been fucking fantastic. But what are these groups? Why is Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy in some sort of faction with Ethan Page, even though Ethan Page is in the Firm?
Like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? Cut most of these factions, bro, if they don't have to do with a trio or, people that make sense, don't fucking do a faction, bro. The Firm doesn't need to exist. Whatever this Butcher and Blade Kip Sabian garbage is doesn't need to exist. You don't need to put Matt Hardy in a faction every 2 seconds. Same with Private Party. Same with Ethan Page. Dude, stop with all these random nobody factions. Just let people be people,
And
and
it's
that'll
like,
make the good faction special.
yeah, it's like even sometimes when they do good factions and they have good factions on their hands, it's like Leo Rush and Top Flight. It's like the rug gets swept out from under him, the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Rug swept out from under him. Well, I would say CMFTR, but they didn't really have a leg to stand on. Fucking La Facción and Gobernables. I mean, what? Why are these groups so severely fucking mishandled, bro? Why? So, who's the other fucking group? Sometimes you do it right, bro, and you put a Top Flight with AR Fox. You know what I mean? And you have them dress alike. You know, now they've been dressing alike and they look fucking fantastic. But it's just, are you gonna sweep the rug out from them too eventually?
Exactly. I have a feeling, like, dude, not everyone needs to be in a faction, and create factions that matter. And create factions where everybody is a good part of the faction. That's what makes it good. Look at the Blackpool Combat Club. Every one of those members are awesome in their own right. So
Yes.
it makes a great group. Look at how the Undisputed Era was. All of them awesome in their own right. Great group. Look at the Elite. All of them awesome. Great group. You have to, like, some groups can work, where they might not work great by themselves, but they're not bad with the group. But half the time it's like, oh, they're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. Put them in a group together.
Yep.
What?
Makes no sense. That's what happened. That's why we have groups like Death Triangle. Like those guys literally have nothing in common other than Phoenix and Penta, obviously. But what do they have in common with Pac? What? Please tell me
Literally.
what. The only thing I could think of is that they're all fucking professional wrestlers. That is what they have in common. Which, if by that logic, everybody on the fucking roster should just be in a fucking faction. So why do we have groups like Death Triangle, bro? Why? Why? They have absolutely nothing in common. Nothing. It's just because he thinks they look cool or something. I don't know. And these groups have garner absolutely no feeling when you don't feel anything when they come out. When you want to put a group together, it should feel like a big deal. When the Undisputed Era debuted, it felt like a big deal. When the Blackpool Combat Club got together, it was a big deal. William Regal sat in the middle of the ring and fucking told everybody, what's the fucking, you can either, oh, God, how am I forgetting? You can either step up or get stepped on. He sat in the middle of the ring and fucking told the whole roster, you can either step up or get stepped on. And they set out to go find the very best talent that there could be. And now look at the group. It looks great. A lot of these groups, bro, it's literally just, oh, these guys are together. Okay, let's just put them together because they're not doing anything.
Like, no.
These guys are together. Okay, let's put them with this singles guy that doesn't have anything going on to get him some heat or whatever the fuck.
Like, bro, you don't need a million factions. You just need a good amount of them that matter. Blackpool Combat Club, Elite. Dark Order could have been one of those. They could have been. They should have been, and they were not. And that is fucking AEW's fault. And to be honest, a little bit of Dark Order, a decent amount of Dark Order's fault too.
Not wanting to adapt, yeah.
Yep. They did it to themselves, man. But
Yep.
there's so many groups that could be cool. Roos, or what could have been an Andrade faction, but now it would probably be a Roos faction. That could be great. But like, you make these random nothing factions. Stop doing that.
Yep. And like I said, when factions are put together, you want it to feel like a big deal. A lot of times when these factions get put together, you hardly hear from them. And then it's just,
yeah.
Tony Khan just pushes them when he feels like.
Exactly.
Like, don't put a group together until you're ready to use them. Like, Triple H waited to put Roderick Strong in the Undisputed Era until he was ready to use them.
Exactly.
Until
In their
he had
form.
something for them.
Damn, that was perfect, man.
What, the UE?
Yeah, man. I'm just
Oh.
thinking about that moment when Roddy turned. That
Yes,
was so fun.
it was fucking perfect. Bobby Fish goes down. The Undisputed Era got the odds stacked against them. Or do they? Insert Roderick Strong fucking saves the night. Take over New Orleans for the Undisputed Era. It was fucking fantastic, bro. It was fantastic. It should feel like a big deal. It should not feel like, oh yeah, okay, here's just another faction on the show just because. So Hangman obviously beats Kip Sabian with the dead eye. The Blackpool Combat Club come out, obviously minus Bryan. And they're cutting a promo on Hangman. John Moxley starts mentioning how Hangman doesn't really have anybody to back him up. And this is when Evil Uno and John Silver and Alex Reynolds come out. And Hangman's trying to tell them to go away. And Uno just pushes Hangman out of the way, gets in John Moxley's face, shoves John Moxley in his face. Hangman and Uno are kind of pushing each other. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. So they don't like each other now? Hangman doesn't want them involved, but...
Like, what? What's going on here? Like,
and this Hangman and Dark Order shit. I mean, it's
dude,
just layer onto... It's just layer of shit on top of layer of fucking shit.
and it makes it even sadder. Every time this motherfucker Hangman talks to this group, they have like one less member.
Oh,
So
I
fucking
swear to
sad.
God.
Like, dude, just cut the fucking group. Just cut Silver and Reynolds. Get Stu back. You got a tag team. Don't. And then maybe in a year or two, you could bring up that Hangman and those two were friends. And maybe you could randomly help them for a match or something. That's the type of randomly, assorted storytelling you can do. Not every fucking time Hangman is outnumbered, the Dark Order help him. No. Let Hangman get beat up because he wants to be solo until the Young Bucks come in to help him. Or vice versa. Come on, bro. Come on.
Now, the only good thing that could come out of this is... AEW. AEW could possibly be having Hangman get pissed off at the Dark Order because he wants the Elite to help him instead.
Yeah, I think that's definitely storyline-wise why that happened, but like, dude, the Dark Order sucks. I fucking hate the Dark Order.
I swear.
Come on. You can't take them seriously, but that does kind of help that storyline where I don't even think Hangman takes them seriously.
Yeah.
He
So
knows failures.
next week, they announce the Tag Team Battle Royale. They announce...
I think that's where Aussie Open is in that Battle Royale.
No. They have the Best Friends, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, the Lucha Bros, the Butcher and Blade, 2.0, John Silver and Alex Reynolds, and Arya Daivari and Tony Nese. Is Aussie Open going to be in the same match as FTR? Because if that's the case, oh my lord.
I think they were announced. I think they were putting that match.
Unless they changed the graphic since.
I think they did because I remember I saw the graphic and Aussie Open were in the top right corner or top left corner, and I think it was to that match. I think it was, to be honest. Let me look it up on Twitter because I remember seeing it on Twitter.
Okay,
How they
so
made a post about it.
yes, you're right. They added Top Flight to this match. They added Pelagroso and Roosh, and then they added Aussie Open as well.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was this match. Thank God. Okay.
God.
It makes this shit 10 times better. Hey,
yes.
Guess who I'm picking? Tony Nese.
And Arya Daivari on pay-per-view. So, then, bro, we got the main event. We got DMD got DMD, Britt Baker versus Toni Storm versus Ruby Soho. The main event we were supposed to get a couple weeks ago, but Britt wasn't cleared. They're telling this captivating story that's captivating the masses. With, is Ruby Soho going to be on Team AEW, or is she going to be with the freelancers? The fucking freelancers.
You should just call him the fucking Fed at this point.
The Fed.
What the fuck?
Bro.
Dude.
Tony Schiavone was, saying, which team will Ruby join? Because she does come from other promotions like Tony and Saraya, but at the same time, she does feel like a homegrown AEW talent.
Dude, fucking Schiavone would have been goated if he said they come from the Fed.
Oh my God.
He would have got the gold card, bro. He would have.
The Fed. The women main evented this show. Yes, they did. And oh my Lord, this shit sucked.
Dude, that shit blew.
It really did.
I think it's reversed with the camera on. Hell.
Oh.
Dude.
Real badass, bro. Real badass. So, towards the end of the match, this match was fucking horrendous. I gave more fucks about this empty fucking soda can than I did this main event of fucking Dynamite, bro. I was on the verge of Z's. I was on the verge of counting fucking sheep during this match.
What's more about that? I was literally doing that. I was asleep during that.
Golly.
You almost did. And I fucking passed out.
Golly. So, yeah, man, we get the main event to this match, the ending to this match, rather. It was Toni Storm got in the corner and bent over. Saraya jumped in the ring. I cannot make this shit up. Saraya jumped in the ring, starts spray painting her ass. She spray paints an L for loser on her ass, and she does the hip attack to shove the L in Britt Baker's face.
At this point, I might take Monster Britt Baker over this. Good Lord. Apparently she wasn't a monster either. What the fuck is going on with this division?
Oh my God. What is going on? So, she gets Britt in the middle of the ring. Ruby comes out, throws her out the ring, pins Britt, and beats her. So, Britt Baker took the pinfall here. And I'm starting to take a liking to Britt Baker again.
I am. Mm-hmm.
Dude, Saraya jumps in the ring, starts yelling at Ruby, telling her, "You're with us. You're with us," as the camera crew, the commentary team, the commentary team is saying, "Is Ruby with Team AEW or the freelancers?" As fucking Ruby Soho is trying to stop Saraya and Jamie Hayter from yelling at each other. What the fuck is this shit, dude? What is this shit?
Oh, at the start of this storyline, when it was originally started to happen, Jamie Hayter won the title. Dude, how did, for the first time, your women's division have such promise and momentum where it was like, wow, this division's actually getting good. And then you have Saraya booking herself and doing this, and you are allowing it. Spray painting L's on everybody, the freelancers. The fucking freelance, dude. Stop. Just stop.
Please stop.
The overall idea for the storyline isn't the bad part. I like the idea of this group versus that group, a homegrown group versus you could be like, the Invaders, you know what I mean?
No, the
Dude,
freelancers.
but the way they're doing it, calling them the fucking freelancers, spray painting owls. The fuck is this, bro? What are you doing? Dude, why? Why do you have to do all this random dumb shit? Just make it interesting. Yeah, you come from a place that I think fucking sucks, and you're invading my place that I helped grow. I'm trying to stop that. It's what the Elite did for real life backstage. You could just tell that on TV. Dude, dude, stop. Don't let Soraya book herself, especially from the shit I hear that she wants to do that's even worse. Cut it. Stop letting people like this book themselves, man.
Yes.
Get some fucking writers.
This is the same thing that happened to Cody.
Mm-hmm. He booked himself into fucking oblivion.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
retire.
And
And put his fucking boots on the fucking apron, and now he's in fucking WWE.
now he's main eventing WrestleMania. And a couple years ago, he was fucking he was so salty because the fans hated him. He was just gonna retire. What? And then on Rampage,
mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Jade Cargill beats another talent to make her 52-0. The Elite wrestle a NBA All-Star Slam Dunk Trio match. What that was is they started the match with a fucking basketball tip-off. And they were wrestling the match, throwing the basketball at each other, fucking using the basketball. This is what you'd rather do than tell a fucking legitimate story with the House of Black. This is what you want to do? Okay.
That's a fucking joke right there.
Okay.
I'm very disappointed in the Elite for that.
This is what Kenny Omega would rather do than tell a story against three guys that are legit threats to their trios championships. You would rather play basketball in a wrestling ring. Okay. And then the fucking cherry on top of the fucking Rampage cake. The cherry on top of the sundae. Keith Lee with white hair. Who the fuck let him return with white hair? Who?
Tony Khan.
Oh, Lord. That looked awful. That looked awful. Now, another thing. If you would have did this on Dynamite, people would have gave a little bit more of a fuck about it. I genuinely, I'm still looking around trying to find a fuck that I give about Keith Lee coming back.
Who the hell's talking about it? Fucking nobody.
No
one. Because it
one.
happened on fucking Rampage and nothing show.
Again, if you wanted to re-debut this guy on a live Rampage, I'm not going to fault you. But on a taped ass fucking Rampage, you should have known better. And I'm disappointed.
Oh, I swear to God.
My Lord. So, that was that. Just, now that we spent 2 hours talking about AEW, what a rant. WWE, man. WWE.
Yeah.
We start the road to WrestleMania officially on tonight's episode of Raw. It's pretty mid. If I do say so myself. There was some good on the show. There was a little bit of, good teases or whatever. There was some pretty fucking awful stuff. But we're on the road to WrestleMania, man. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and I'm interested to see how this is gonna play out, man. Especially with the first thing we go over. Show opens up. They're in, I believe, Ottawa, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sami Zayn opens the show. Never gets old hearing Sami Zayn come out to Worlds Apart, especially with him being as over as he is. And he says, "I'm feeling a lot of things from last night. One of the things that comes to the very front is gratitude. The other thing is disappointment. The other thing is what did he say? Grief, I think he said. Disappointment, grief, whatever. So he says he's feeling a lot of disappointment. He's feeling a lot of disappointment over losing. He feels like he let everybody down. And, the crowd's chanting no. The crowd's chanting no. And he says, there's one guy I specifically want to talk to by the end of the night. And it's Kevin Owens. So KO comes out. And Sami says, last night you helped, and I just wanted to thank you. He says, I know we've turned on each other so much, and we fought each other so much. This is probably well beyond words, but I just want you to know I'm sorry. And I just want you to know that you've been fighting the bloodline for a year, 2 years. You've been fighting the bloodline for a very long time, and you have not been able to do it alone. And he says, and to be 100% honest with myself, I couldn't really do it alone either. So I think the way we do this is together. This got a pretty big pop. Kevin Owens grabs the mic and he says, let's get one thing straight. What I did last night was not for you. That was for me. That was because my family had to watch me get the holy hell beat out of me at the Royal Rumble while you stood there and watched. And the reason I came out there was because I didn't want your family to witness you get beat the way like I did. Sami didn't really have anything to say, and he said, so as far as doing this together, I'm going to continue to fight the bloodline how I always have on my own. And he gets away and walks away on Sami Zayn. So, this was fucking fantastic. This is a good path to the storyline. I'm still not budging here, though. It's just not my preferred path. I don't want to be that guy, but it's just not my fucking preferred path. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. They're going to tell a fantastic story. Just by watching this segment tonight, this is going to be a good story. It's just not my preferred path, and that's okay.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, just it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. It's just not going to hit. It's not going to feel that feeling where it could have been.
So you retweeted something yesterday, or it might have been Elimination Chamber Day, and it rings so true. I don't know who it was from. It might have been from Tranquilo Club, but he tweeted out, imagine if Hangman's 2021 Full Gear story ended with him getting screwed out of the World Championship and then winning the tag titles. Not exactly what's going to scratch my Sami Zayn itch, if you will. It's going to be good, though. I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but I'm going to be honest, though. I wasn't really a big fan on what they fucking did here with Paul Heyman and Cody Rhodes.
Okay. I didn't know what happened. I'd love to see that, man, but man.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I think that's the preferred way to go, Logan. And I was personally hoping for Cody and Roman on one of the nights and Sami and Roman on the other, but I guess we're going for the tag titles, and I guess it's just gonna have to be something we all get over, but it's still not gonna change the fact it's not the preferred ending, and I think this is gonna end up being a real mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think it's, I don't think it's going to be fucking catastrophic to the company, but I think it's going to be a mistake we're all going to look back and say, damn, I think Sammy should have won the world championship there. However, we're coming up on an interesting WrestleMania. So we're coming up on WrestleMania 40, right? After we get done with, this year. We're coming up on WrestleMania 40. It is a coincidence that after every single WrestleMania, or what am I talking about? After every WrestleMania that is a 10, 20, or 30, or it's the top, the top number like that, a big baby face gets their moment.
Yeah.
So what if we tell the story of Sami Zayn winning a world championship next year? I know it's a little like, I know everybody's got this year on the dome, but I still want to see fucking Sami Zayn win a world championship. And I know it's not going to be the circumstances it is this year. And I think that's why they're making a mistake, but I still want to see it. Nonetheless, because he fucking deserves it. He really does. I know it sucks, but just a thought, an early thought. A lot can change in a year, though.
A lot can change, man. We'll have to see, man. But it just should be this year, man. It just really should. I don't know why they're going this route. Again, it's not horrible, but it's like, I think by the end of that match, which, like Logan says, better main event night one then, if it's happening.
Yes.
If it doesn't, especially if it doesn't, after that match ends, I don't know if anyone else is gonna feel this, but I think I'm gonna feel a little like let down. Yeah, like damn.
Yeah.
Just damn. Just ended like that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
100%. So, the story here is it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but I think at the end of this, everybody's gonna say, "Damn, the Notorious Heels podcast were right."
They say that a lot.
They do.
So they sell that shit to Saudi.
Yes. So Sammy gets out of the ring. He gets the huge standing. Oh, this guy is so over, man. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. This is the kind of shit that makes me sour on this Sami Zayn not sour on the Sami Zayn storyline, but it makes me feel a little empty, man. It makes me feel like it makes me feel like my preferred ending should be the ending.
Exactly.
But I'm sure everybody feels that. But I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean. So Sami Zayn's looking at the crowd, and the modern day wrestling god Baron Corbin comes out, and he attacks Sami Zayn. They're trying to separate him. Baron Corbin gets in the ring and he starts talking about Sami Zayn's family and how he's a failure and how Baron Corbin should be fighting for the world title because he was the last guy to pin Roman Reigns. And then he starts talking about Sami's family, and Adam Pearce eventually just says, okay, go have him. So we go in there. We have an impromptu match, which Sami Zayn ends up winning. Yeah, that was that. More layers to the Baron Corbin burial, I guess. That's what that was.
I hope it works out good for him in the end, but every time we said that about this guy, he always ends up even worse, so who knows? Who fucking knows? Right?
Exactly. So, Rhea Ripley did a backstage interview with Dominic where she kind of just talked a little bit about Charlotte Flair, and she announced that this Friday, for the first time in, I didn't say when, but for the first time in a minute, she will be going face-to-face with Charlotte Flair. And, yeah, that was that.
Yeah, nice, man. It's interesting. Interesting to see.
Yeah. Mustafa Ali gets a sneak victory against Dolph Ziggler. He was going for the zigzag, and I believe he, rolled him up or something, and Ali was on the outside of the ring jumping around like a little fucking child, bragging that he beat Dolph Ziggler as if that's the most fucking impossible feat ever.
It's impossible in your career, bro. Might as well just fucking leave.
Man, Man, why the fuck is Dolph Ziggler? Why is Dolph Ziggler not in AEW, bro? I mean, good lord.
Who knows at this fucking point, man? You know, the lifer. He's gonna life.
He is the lifer, man. He is the lifer. Dom is going to show up on SmackDown to support his father. What a beautiful kid.
What a great child.
Man. The Miz and Maurice celebrate their anniversary. She gives Miz an envelope, and he's going to read what's in it next week on Raw.
Dude, how much more bet it's going to be like whatever season it is next for a show announcement or something? You know it's going to be some shit.
Yeah, or they're having another kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Fucking is.
Yeah. Asuka and Nikki Cross had a match, and Asuka picked up the victory here, defeating Nikki Cross. She went face-to-face with Bianca Belair, and Asuka all of a sudden starts fucking giggling, and all of the blue mist just comes pouring out of her mouth as Bianca Belair had sold her facial expressions great. She was looking like, what the fuck? And Corey Graves did some great justice here. He said, man, I have never seen Asuka with that kind of look on her face, which is obviously very true, and pretty cool for him to point that out, man, and kind of sell the Bianca Belair facial expressions. Just a little thing I noticed. But yes, very good, man. Very good, as this is going to be pretty fucking good, man. It's going to be pretty good.
Hell yeah, man. I'm intrigued, man. That's awesome.
Definitely, man. And Seth was in the back talking about Logan Paul. Yeah, he just kind of cut a quick little promo on Logan Paul, nothing really too much. And then we get on to
Good. Yeah, can't wait.
MVP is in the back, and he's saying, bro, he says, Brock, Bobby Lashley had you in the Hurt Lock. Definitely. I definitely agree. Bianca Belair does not need to be out there or on commentary every single time one of her challengers has a matches. Definitely. I hate when they have fucking people on commentary. I hate it.
It's always the worst. Unless you're fucking CM Punk.
I was going to say, unless you're fucking CM Punk, dude, or MJF, or Chris Jericho's fucking hilarious on commentary too. Don't be putting these fucking people on commentary, man. Unless you're a great talker, do not put these people on commentary.
Exactly.
So he says, Bobby Lashley had you in the Hurt Lock, and you were not man enough to get out of it. But I have a different challenge for you. Up walks fucking Omos, bro. Oh, dude. Really? So MVP goes, Brock Lesnar, we'll see you next week to accept Omos's challenge for WrestleMania. Fucking kill me 10 times over, dude. Really? All these cool fucking scenarios we thought of. Bronson Reed versus Brock Lesnar. Matt Riddle. Fucking Johnny Gargano. All these fucking people.
Nope. We didn't. Omos.
We're getting fucking Omo. Dude. However, This is my theory. I'll tell you my theory. Hopefully it makes you feel a little better about this, because it makes me feel a little better about it. Not completely, but I mean, we're still going to have to sit through this fucking match regardless. But everybody wants Omos to stay as far away from the Hurt Business as we can possibly keep him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, my theory, and I hope this is correct, MVP's going to set up this challenge. Omos is going to go into WrestleMania full steam ahead. And Omos is going to get fucking squashed.
I could see that.
And then MVP is just going to be like, you know what, fuck this dude. And he's going to have the Hurt Business beat the shit out of him.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
And it'll be 1 year removed from when he turned on Bobby Lashley. He turned on Bobby the night after WrestleMania to be with Omo. And now, 1 year later, he could turn on Omo and have the Hurt Business fucking put a hurting on this fucking motherfucker. That's the only good I can see coming out of this. But genuinely, if we walk into this and Omos, send him down to NXT. I don't know what you got to do with him, but just no. This has failed.
He's failed on the main roster. He's not horrible, but he's not Brock Lesnar level.
No.
Not nearly. He is fucking face Von Wagner at NXT level. Let him go do that.
Yes, definitely.
Fucking Brock. Oh my god.
Definitely.
He
So
definitely come up with this match. I wonder why.
another thing. What did we just fucking say about putting Brock Lesnar in the ring with these fucking people that are too big for Brock to work with? Mm-hmm. What did we just say?
It's literally going to be Brock Lesnar versus a fucking cardboard cutout. Literally.
Because if Brock Lesnar is in the ring with a big guy, Brock needs to be squashed. If you put him in the ring with Bronson Reed needs to shock the world and fucking destroy Brock Lesnar, because Brock can't work well with these big guys, man. He can't. It blows, and fucking Omos is not going to be any better. You think Omos is going to be able to sell his ass off and bump for Brock Lesnar the way that a fucking Finn Balor is? No.
Exactly, bro. Big guys can't do it good. It's just how it is.
No, not at all, bro. Not at all. Seth Rollins takes out The Miz in a quick singles match. Seth gave him 2 stomps, and he did not even win this match by pinfall or submission. Seth was so pissed because of what happened at Elimination Chamber. This ended by way of referee stoppage because The Miz got stomped twice in a row, and he was fucking out cold. So, awesome. Yeah, man. So then Cody Rhodes comes out. And him and, he's out in the ring, and he says, now that I know who my challenger is, I know it's going to be Roman Reigns. And all of a sudden, Paul Heyman says, ladies and gentlemen, fucking it is I, Paul Heyman, or whatever the fuck he says. He does this stuff, and Cody says, wait. Where are you? Paul Heyman goes, I'm backstage. And he goes, well, why don't you come out to the ring? All these people want to hear you say what you got to say. And then, he had a neck brace on. He told him, he didn't tell him. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. He told him that he was selling he didn't tell him he was selling. Well, he told him he didn't tell him he was selling, but he told him, he was recovering from Kevin Owens' attack. He was recovering from Kevin Owens' attack, and he wasn't going to be able to come out to the ring tonight. And he basically, to put it bluntly, he told Cody Rhodes that Roman Reigns wasn't going to sleep with his wife, but he will, pretty much. Yes. So let me explain. So Paul Heyman, bro, what? So he tells Cody, you know, you are not going to be able to beat Roman Reigns. And if you did, and he kind of he talked about hypotheticals on it, what if Cody Rhodes were to be the one to beat Roman Reigns, and then he said, but that is not going to happen. He says, and you know, I would never say that that Roman Reigns. He said, are you pretty much going to be ready to be defending these championships 200 days a year, being home maybe 20 days out of the year, and all of those days you have to be on media calls or Skype calls or Zoom calls promoting the company? Do you think your family is ready for that? And he said, I would never be the one. I would never tell you that Roman Reigns would be a guy to keep your wife warm on a cold winter night when you're gone. Roman Reigns is a happily married man, but I'm not. So Paul Heyman is going to sleep with Brandy Rhodes, and this is supposed to... what does this do? What? I wasn't really rocking with this promo, to be 100% honest, bro. I mean, a lot of this shit is about their first promo was so much about Dusty, you know. I mean, it's a lot about Dusty, man, and it's a lot about Cody's family. I mean, I'm fucking here for the Sami Zayn story, bro. I think that was the way more intriguing way to go. I'm telling you, man, at the end of this, you know, I don't think what's going to happen is going to be bad. I'm just saying, I think my preferred way is the way they should have went. That's just me though.
So,
but
like, I get the idea of like, yeah, Cody, are you ready to not be with your family as much as you are? Because you know that would get to him. But like,
right,
you really gotta add that random stuff in it.
Paul Heyman's gonna be sleeping with Brandy Rhodes apparently.
Like, no, fuck you ain't. What the hell are you talking about? It needs to, like, yeah, like Logan said, it at least needs to be about Cody winning the world title and what that would mean for Cody.
Yes,
not
absolutely.
His dad, not his wife, not his fucking kid, for Cody.
I want him to kind of talk about what's going to happen if he becomes the world champion, how things are going to change in WWE under Cody Rhodes, you know, as world champion. I want them to kind of bring up stuff like that, man. I'm kind of, it's going to get very tired if we just continue to hear about his family and Dusty for the next fucking couple weeks and stuff like that. But I wasn't really a big fan of this segment at all. And then Cody's ending line was really cool. He looked down the hard cam and he said, Roman, if you send this dude one more time, he says, we have never came face to face, and I'm sure we will soon, but this needs to be the last time you send him to talk to me, which I like, because
that's awesome.
This is Roman Reigns' WrestleMania match. And I hope they play into this a little bit, being that Cody could, you know, bring up that Roman never went face to face with him because he's fucking scared of him.
Exactly.
You know, you could play into that, so hopefully they will. But yeah, I wasn't really too hot on this segment tonight, man, to be honest.
No, truthfully, I'm not, man. I don't know where they're going with it.
Yes.
Definitely Logan. And they need to get in a better direction with this Cody stuff, man. Because it really makes me want Sammy even more seeing that.
And then, Logan, in that, Cody can start saying, why have I showed up on SmackDown in the month of March, more than you showed up on Monday Night Raw in the entirety of 2022. Come on, man. Come on. This kind of shit writes itself, man.
It really does, man.
Then we get the Ding Dong Hello segment. It gets interrupted by Becky Lynch and Lita as Bayley offers up her girls to defend the Women's Tag Team Championships against Becky Lynch and Lita. As Dakota Kai and Io Sky looked a little pissed off. I was really trying to give this group the benefit of the doubt. Maybe give them just a little more time. Split them up in the draft, please.
Just cut it.
Yeah.
It failed.
Unfortunately, the group failed, and please split them up in the draft. And I like how they're kind of planting a little bit of seeds here on Io and Dakota, getting a little pissed off at Bayley here. And Becky Lynch and Lita grabbed the belts off of Io and Dakota when they turned around and were just running around the ring, holding the belts up like, yippee! What is this shit, bro?
What's going on, man?
What the fuck is this shit? Horrible.
Horrible ass shit, man.
Real interesting. So, that was that segment. Horrendous. Candice LeRae is getting interviewed backstage, and she's talking about, Byron was asking her about Johnny, and as she's talking about him, she says, wait a minute. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. She goes up to Nikki Cross, and she says, Nikki, hold on a second. Are you okay? Like, you keep following me around, and you're, creeping around corners the past couple weeks, and I have a match next week against Piper Niven, and I don't really have time to be, worrying about, why you keep following me around. Nikki Cross starts like doing that. Like, that's kind of what you hear in the mic. You hear her whispering. And Candice is just like, what? And then fucking Byron comes walking up again like a nosy little prick. And he's like, Candice, can I get a word on what Nikki Cross just told you? And Candice goes, well, yeah, she said she's been following me around because all her friends are gone and she doesn't have any of her friends anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know who her friends are? No. It's not Alexa Bliss. Her real friends. Not her main roster friends. Her OG friends. One of which being her husband. We're talking about Killian Dane. We're talking about Eric Young. We're talking about Alexander Wolf. We're talking about possibly Sawyer Fulton. We are talking about Sanity. Nikki Cross with a Sanity tease. I love it. Where are Nikki's friends? She's lying her ass off, bro.
Oh, yeah.
All her friends are gone. She's going to get Candice to feel bad for her, and it's going to be fucking Sanity, man.
Oh, I can't wait, bro. That shit's going to be heat.
So check this out. So if we get Dane, Young, Wolf, and Fulton.
Okay.
And, Nikki's in a feud with Candice. Candice is going to come Johnny. Along with Johnny could come Tommaso Ciampa. That's 2 guys on 4 guys. So, what do we do here? You have a possibility to bring in 2 tag teams to help. One, the Authors of Pain.
We got history with Sanity.
They have history with Sanity, and they could be a team that could be seen as they respect DIY. Or who's the other team that respects DIY very, very much? 7-Star FTR.
I could see it, man. I could see it.
Could be pretty interesting, man. I'm excited for fucking Sanity to come back, bro. I'm excited.
I can't wait, man. I fucking love that group. I miss that fucking faction.
I swear. And hey, since we got Worlds Apart back, we better be getting we better be getting what's his face back. Yes, FTR. Their contracts are up in April. So,
Very possible.
yes, absolutely. What were you saying?
And another thing about FTR, when, you know, obviously, they were great friends with Edge and he did the Shatter Machine. Um, Dax just tweeted, Shatter Machine. And then Cash from quote tweeted and said that name was something about how he misses that name or that name is great for it. Something like
Yeah,
that. It's
that was weird.
intriguing, man. It's intriguing. The last couple weeks, the last like 2 weeks, man, I think it might be pointing in a certain direction.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It all depends, bro. It all depends. There's a lot of moving parts, bro, with Punk and with the morale, I guess, in WWE. There's a lot to think about. What a horrible time for these poor guys to have to sit here and try to fucking make a decision. Ugh.
Ugh, what a time, man. Because on the one end, AEW ain't doing so great, obviously, from fucking 2 hours of us ranting about it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the WWE is still low key kind of a ticking time bomb to
Yep.
whether if they get sold and Vince comes back or not. And sometimes with AEW it could go really south and then jump right back up.
Yep.
So it's intriguing, man. It's a tough time for a group like FTR where your
What a
contract comes.
Yes, what a very hard time to try to fucking map this out. Um and around the time their contracts are up is around April. So that's going to be like right at the fucking peak of things changing in WWE with a draft and with a new world champion and a completely new era. And then AEW is going to be building Double or Nothing. Who knows who's going to be in the company by that time, if the build's going to be good, what's going to be going on. I mean, oh my lord, what the fuck is going to happen, bro?
For the God, who knows at this point, man? Who knows?
So it could be interesting, man. It could be very interesting. Bronson Reed defeats Chad Gable. Bronson Reed's been produced fantastically. Chad Gable was trying to get the help from Otis, but he was ringside looking at this Maximum Male Model business card with Maxine Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I really get a kick out of this fucking Otis story, bro.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of fucking funny.
It kind of is, bro. This week,
It's funnier than the Alpha Academy.
Yeah, Chad Gable had like makeup on his face. He was trying to fucking get in the group. He was trying to get in the fucking group too, and Bronson Reed came up to him before the match and was just making fun of his ass. But yes, I do love this. I kind of get a kick out of this Otis stuff.
It's kind of funny.
So it kind of is, bruh. Elias came out and said, "Who wants to walk with Elias on the grandest stage of them all?" Bobby Lashley came out and fucking buried him, which was he did exactly what I was thinking. Nobody.
Sorry, dog. Nobody wanted to walk with Elias for like 2-3 years now.
He came out there and said, "Anybody who wants to disrespect me or get in my way is going to be put in the Hurt Lock." I don't know why he's kind of building towards like somebody facing him when Bray Wyatt is right there. And since Bray Wyatt is clearly going to be going after the guy that got the official victory in Lashley instead of the guy that got the moral victory in Brock Lesnar, because it looks like Brock Lesnar is going to be fucking facing Omos.
I guess so.
I don't know why Bobby Lashley doesn't have his attention set on Bray Wyatt, but I don't know.
I don't fucking know at this point, man. I really don't.
Yes. And then in the main event, Edge and Austin Theory put on a match. And we're really given too much time, to be honest. They were given like a hot 10 minutes, maybe like 15 minutes with, 15 minutes, like 10 minutes with commercials. And Edge put in the Edgecution. And he was so close, yet so far from becoming the U.S. champ because Finn Balor came in the match, distracted him. kicked him in the head, which led to Theory bringing him a town down. And then he beat him. There was also a backstage in this episode of Monday Night Raw where Austin Theory brought up John Cena coming to Monday Night Raw, and he brought up Cena coming to Monday Night Raw and how he disliked it. And Theory, why is he the U.S. champion if he's going to be facing John Cena? Makes no sense to me, bro.
It really doesn't, man. It's very annoying.
Yes. And even Edge, I mean, if this is really going to be his last summer, maybe like a U.S. fucking Open throughout the whole summer would have been just really nice with him, where he just got to face anybody and everybody.
Like, imagine FTR does come in, imagine Edge versus Dax for the U.S. title.
Shit would be fire.
That's fire right there. You know what I mean? That could be really good, man. And I really don't think Austin Theory needs that thing at all right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, a match with John Cena is big enough. That's fucking... Some would even say that's bigger than a title match on WrestleMania. You know? I mean...
What are you doing?
Yeah, not really my... Not really my cup of tea here, man. I mean, Austin Theory did good with the U.S. title while he had it, but his time has passed. It really has.
It really fucking has, man.
Yeah.
It's time to move.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. So, yeah, man, that's everything, though. That's everything. So, after a heated AEW rant, I don't want you guys to think that we hate AEW, but, man, the reason, like Sir K said in the middle of us ranting, bro, the reason why we have rants, why we need to have rants like this is because we care about the company. I don't want to stress to everybody, please love and appreciate the alternative now that we have it, because
I'm telling you, without AEW, I wouldn't be watching this shit no more. That's just how it was.
I don't know where the fuck I would be either, bro, because those down years, 2020, 2021, for the beginning portion of 2022, without AEW, I don't know what the fuck I would be intrigued in. Probably nothing.
Well, I don't think I would be enjoying any of this, man.
No.
So I love the place. It's my preferred show. I want it to be better. I want it to be what it could and should be.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, yeah, man, that is everything we got for this edition of Unscripted, man. So thank you guys so much for sticking here for the long haul with us tonight, man. We got a little bit of a longer show tonight, man, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. We had a great AEW rant talking about these beginning stages of WrestleMania, I guess you can call it, whatever it is. So, yeah, man. With that, man, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys for being here with us. Thank you guys. We love you guys, man. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the bud lyrics over harmony grip. It's the Mood Killer Death Trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring.